Many of us believe that most Hollywood celebrities live in a bleak atmosphere full of many psychiatric illnesses, and this is what drives them to commit suicide, but the truth is not the case. Most of the celebrities receive invitations to join the Masonic movement, some of them refused, and some of them were tempted by money and fame, and according to the contract that is signed with this movement, you can never break it, and if you do, your end will be in their hands. We will review together with a list of 5 famous who was killed by the Illuminati. Tupac Shakur. Tupac's frankness was the main reason for killing him. He was always publicly against Freemasonry and the Illuminati. Most of his songs were always expressing his anger and resentment against Western authorities in general, and US authorities in particular, especially in political and social issues such as racism against Muslims and blacks and wars in the Middle East. He received sums of money amounting to $100,000 to play the role of a Muslim gangster who insults Islam, but he refused and responded to that by saying, "They imagined that I would abandon my manhood and principles." The strange thing is that immediately after his release from prison he worked on recording a new album entitled The Illuminati, The 7-Day Theory. And 2 months before the release of the album, Tupac was assassinated on September 13, 1996. Bob Marley. We all believed that Bob Marley's death was natural, as the international media reported that Marley had skin cancer, as it started from the tip of his feet, and Bob refused any procedures to amputate his finger, and over the course of 6 months, the cancer developed until it reached the brain, which led to his death. But the truth is that Freemasonry played a role in eliminating Bob Marley when he tried to exploit singing and music and spreading virtuous values. It is also known that Bob Marley is against Freemasonry and is also considered one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. All inferences seem acceptable, and for this, we will say that Bob was assassinated dramatically by radioactive waves, and evidence of this is that his son Ziggy Marley indicated in some interviews that his father was assassinated, saying, "The sayings circulating among the people indicate that my father died of cancer, but this is doubtful." Michael Jackson. The king of pop, who has dominated the world music throne for more than 30 years, also he's the best-selling album owner in the world. Michael has been subjected to many media attacks to discredit him and incite the public against him, and his death is still a mystery now. In a live interview, LaToya Jackson confirmed that her brother Michael's death was a plot and that his doctor was nothing but a scapegoat. According to several rumors, Michael's death coincided with the time when he was thinking of converting to Islam, so that his Islam would be great propaganda for Islam and Muslims, and not only that, but that most of his songs were fighting secret organizations, and Michael represented a great threat to these movements, so it was the foremost to get rid of. John F. Kennedy. In one of John Kennedy's speeches, he revealed the existence of several secret organizations in America and stressed to address them. Therefore, the assassination of John F. Kennedy was only a result of him being no longer a man of the stage, as the Freemason wanted him. So his desire to ignite wars was not at the required level. And Freemasonry was not unwillingness to wait for another year to put a replacement for him through the elections, and the solution is his death. And he did not intercede for him with the Freemasonry because his father was one of the great Illuminati, or that he was a personal friend of Anton LaVey, founder of the Church of Satan, who shared with him the satanic rituals years before he announced the establishment of his church. And the crime was orchestrated so that it was carried out by Lee Harvey Oswald, who was assassinated the next day before being interrogated, and then killed the one who killed him as well. So the file was closed condemning Oswald. Princess Diana. The death of Princess Diana was a great mystery, even if the fingers were pointed at the British royal family, especially Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II, and the reason for this was that Princess Diana was in constant disagreement with her husband, Prince Charles, and betrayed him several times, as he did the same thing. The princess was going to marry Ahmed al-Fayed, the son of the Egyptian billionaire Muhammad al-Fayed, and this matter did not satisfy Freemasonry, and also, the Freemasonry wasn't approved with the marrying of the princess, loved by millions in the world, from a Muslim, so that Islam would not receive major publicity, while Freemasonry is working to distort the image of Islam completely, to push the Christian West to support Israel against the Muslims, so that it would be easy to ignite the war, which would result in the Antichrist and his aides taking over the rule in the world, as they thought.